Lord, turn me up.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Married Bunch podcast. My name is Crystal.
Chris.
Keonda.
William.
Brianna.
Nico.
And we are the bunch. Now, today's episode is going to be a little different. We've done it one time before, but this episode is more like a free ball open session where we talk about pretty much whatever we feel like talking about. So let's get into it.
What's good, everybody? How everybody doing? How was everybody work week?
Your energy sound low. Sound like you was tired.
Yeah, I'm tired, bro. I've been stretched out. Yeah, I've been working.
Yeah, I'm tired, but I'm good.
I'm tired, but I'm good.
I'm tired and hungry, but I'm good.
Dang.
It's been a hell of a week.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, someone woke me up this morning telling me to get ready for work.
Yeah.
So,
Like
yeah.
6 o'clock. I said, Bree, get up for work. You missing? You late. Yeah, I went on back to sleep when I realized it was Saturday. God is good. It's been a week, y'all.
Yeah, you did.
I did that. I woke up at 7:49.
I walked in the house the other night. Walked in the house, it was like 7:50. She jumped up. She was like, "What time is it?" I said 7:50. She said, "Oh, I thought it was 7:50 in the morning. Thought I had to go to work."
Oh, you were knocked out.
Yeah, that's all it was this morning.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into these questions. So the first one I have, is it ever okay to tell a white lie in your marriage? Go ahead, Brianna.
Ho. Question. What is a white lie? So I know.
Like, an example would be like, how was my hair today? Do you like my hair? And you're like, yeah, it looks good.
Oh, so like a BS lie.
Yeah, like the
I think a white lie is a little more than that, don't you think?
That's
Yeah.
a white lie.
It's like
Yeah, that's like a white
sparing
lie.
someone's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
their feelings.
Okay.
Oh.
So your hair messed up, but I tell you, oh yeah, it look nice.
If you know that I just did it or I just got my hair done like a cut or
Or
something
that
like that.
outfit or
Yeah,
something.
I was just finna
Yeah.
say that, like an outfit.
Do you like this?
Oh, do you like these shoes? Like,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they hard. But yeah, okay, I got you.
Okay, so since you talking like that, is it okay to do that in a marriage?
Yes.
Why you say yes? And what you done told a white lie about?
Man, you done.
Like my brother said, I don't want to hurt your feelings. So, I mean, I don't consider it a lie. It's just not telling you the honest truth.
About what? What have you said a lie about?
Don't do it, brother.
I want to know.
I ain't said a lie about nothing. I'm just saying, like,
Don't do it.
I ain't.
Okay, Chris.
Chris saved me. He saved me. She had that hook in my mouth, boy. She was reeling it in.
Nah, for me though, I don't do that, and I know Crystal don't do that. She gonna be straightforward. If I got something, whether it's clothes, shoes, she gonna be like, it don't look right, or you shouldn't have wore that with that. Like, she gonna say what it is. So, whether it come to a haircut, the way my hair look,
But Crystal, do you package it as like say it and then something nice afterwards, or do you just say it?
No, she is not saying anything
give it
nice
to you
afterward. Yeah, she just gonna give it to me. She be like, "Look, you need a haircut. You like an old man."
I can't believe you said that. I do say that though, but
And there don't be nothing nice after that. So
no. But what I say when you get your hair cut. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, then I'm just saying she don't really sugarcoat that to
But
I'm
do
used
you
to
do it?
Nah.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. The thing with Crystal, like if I tell her something, she don't believe it. Like if I say, "Oh, you look good," like with the outfit she got on right now, I was like, "Yo, you look good today."
Boy, bye. Boy,
I'm saying,
boy, bye.
that's how that goes.
That's her favorite word. Boy, bye. Boy, shut up.
Crystal, you have anything to say after that?
He's telling the truth, but I'm talking about like if I ask you, oh, do you like my hair or something like that? I mean, you'll be like, you won't flat out say no. He'll say like, what made you get your hair like that, or what made you get that?
Yeah, but I still don't tell you. I'm still not telling you no white lie though.
Yeah.
Like even if you get your nails done or something a certain way, I'll be like, yo, you know, you never got that color. Or what made you do it? That's not telling you a lie. I'm asking you questions.
Well, I mean, I guess so, but I can tell you don't like them.
But I ain't tell the white lie.
That's all that matters.
Okay.
Nico?
Is it okay?
Yeah, and
It's okay, but I usually just come out and say how I feel. You know?
Look how bad to look at.
Yeah, he say how he feel. He's annoying.
Does she like it? No, she don't like it. But I mean, I'm not gonna tell a lie.
Yeah, I don't lie.
No, she don't lie.
I tell you, but I put a positive spin on it.
Okay,
so
give
I
us an
don't.
example.
I'm trying to think of an example.
I mean, it don't have to
Oh,
be-
like when you cut your beard or something, if you mess up, I was like, oh, it looks good, but just that little part right there needs to be fixed or something like that.
Well, thank you. But, yeah,
Key.
You know I don't tell no white lies.
she can't lie.
So
Well,
not
not with
straight
me.
anyway.
Yes, I can lie. I can.
Yeah, she trying to lie right now.
Exactly.
I feel like if you know your partner, like even if they say something, put a spin on it, like what Bree was saying. Like if you know your partner, you know where they getting at anyway when they say certain things. So
Exactly.
So what's after a white lie? A blue lie?
Now, how did that make sense? But okay. No, the next one is just a damn lie. That's all it is. Now you done went too far.
All right, so I got another one. Chivalry. You know how like whenever you're dating, opening doors, opening car doors, doing all the things. How is that like for y'all in y'all marriage? Do you feel like it should stop when you get in the marriage? Does it kind of slow down?
Or did it even happen?
Did it even happen? And I look right to Buki. William.
What you look at me for?
Is chivalry dead in a marriage?
Nah, I open the car door for you all the time.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
I mean, sometimes.
The car
do it
door
sometimes.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
But was that something he was doing all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it changed.
So yeah, it slowed down.
Oh, okay.
He be like, girl, you better get in this car. We got to go. Girl, come on, we got to go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold it for you. Open the door. And we running late. I'm in the car waiting for you. I fix your plate. I do all that.
No, you do.
I know.
I think you should be consistent. Like if you did it during the dating phase, you should be doing it in the wedding stage. I mean the wedding stage, the marriage stage. But open the car door is nice, but for me, you don't have to open my car door as long as you open my doors when I'm going into places and stuff like that. Then that's what's important. But Nico does that, so.
Yes.
And for everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell y'all a story real quick. So we were we were at the airport, and you know when you check in,
Wait.
you know when you check in. So we were checking in, and I was kind of struggling, but this black girl was right next to us, and she was struggling. Nico was just looking over there. He wanted to help so bad. He wanted to help so bad.
No, before you finish the story, you was already kind of pissed off. But go ahead.
Oh, I don't remember why I was mad.
I know.
And so I'm trying to figure our stuff out, and he too busy looking over there trying to see if she good. And he's like, "Oh, do you need help?" And I said, here. We need help right here.
Took the damn leg.
I was like, he too busy trying to help everyone in the world. You need to make sure we're good first.
She had a little jealous moment.
No, I wasn't jealous.
What you call it, dude?
Because I was like, you need to focus on what we need to do first. Then you can help someone else.
Well, I'm like the Pope. I want to help everybody.
Okay.
And what the girl say?
She didn't. She said it enough for me, not for her to hear.
Oh.
Yeah. But the girl was struggling because she was about to call someone to ask them how to
She
do
was
it on
calling
the
somebody
phone.
on the phone, so I was like, I'm standing right here.
What the girl look like?
I don't know. She wasn't cute.
Oh.
I mean, she looked bad. She was okay. It wasn't that. But it was just like his attention was over there. So I was like, focus on us. So, yes.
Okay, good segue.
So, Key and Krista, what would y'all have done?
I probably would have said the same thing. Focus over here, then you help everybody else.
Yeah, I agree. Because we're not saying you can't help her. Just make sure we're good, and then you can help her.
Right.
Because
was
most
already
likely she's
good.
still going to be
Because
struggling.
anybody in here that knows when I go to the airport, everything is already good to go. I just need to print. I don't have to do all
that's
the
true.
information. So that's why I was like, we're good. So she's struggling. I was just going to help her. She on the phone like, yeah, I'm trying to check it. I don't know what to do. I felt damn bad.
I mean, you can feel bad after you...
Right. After you print all stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Saying.
I won't help nobody else. I won't help nobody else at the airport.
Whatever. Right. Take it to the 10th degree.
You got off topic. So
No, that was still about chivalry because it's about helping.
about chivalry.
Oh, chivalry.
Okay, let me ask y'all this question. Because I've had this topic with a few people in like the last couple weeks, right? What about fixing your husband's plate? Now, if he's not there, you fix his plate. But like if you cook dinner, do you fix his plate before you fix your own plate? What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I fix his plate. And then when I tell him it's time to eat, he take like 10 minutes. So I'm already at the table eating. Because he takes too long to come to the table. So, but I fix his plate.
You
though.
fix his plate all the time?
Yeah.
What about you?
I fix Chris' plate. Not all the time, but if I'm cooking, I'm fixing his plate.
What about you?
I feel like I done cooked. When we all go get up, we all get up at the same time to fix these plates.
So when you're done cooking, you just start fixing your plate.
I know. I say, get up, everybody. I be like, everybody, come on.
You right, bro.
And we make a line.
You right. As soon as she done cooking,
No, I do not.
you
Bookie,
say, all right,
Bookie is the first one
okay,
to get
the
up and
food
fix his
done
plate.
while she's fixing her plate.
He is a lion. Bookie is the first one to get up and fix his plate.
No, I don't. 9 times out of 10.
Oh, God.
9 times out of 10, bro, and you know this.
Okay.
When you don't call Naya and Kaya in there, I wait for everybody. If you don't fix my plate, I wait for everybody else to fix. Most of the time, I wait for everybody else to fix their plate, and then if you don't fix it, I'll wait for y'all. Then I go fix.
He
my
telling
plate.
a white lie, purple lie, blue lie right now. Bookie he always fix his plate first. So after I cook,
If you have called them and they taking too long and I done waited, then I will go ahead and do it. But if they in there, if everybody's in there and you know it, I'll let everybody else eat first and then I eat.
I wouldn't say 9 times out of 10 though. I would say like 50.
Majority of the time, bro.
I say like 50%. But yeah, I'd be like, I done cook. Everybody, come on, time to fix your plates. Now y'all make me feel
So
bad.
what are you doing? What are you doing when I get out the shower? If you don't cook and I get out the shower, what are you doing on the couch?
Waiting for you. I'd be like, Bookie, hurry up.
No.
Bookie, don't do that because
Now
it's
you
not
telling
every
a
time.
white
Anyway,
lie.
this is not our segment.
Oh, you
Anybody
want
else-
to change the subject now?
anybody else
You
got
want to change the subject? She eating on the couch. She eating. She's
is
eating.
lying.
She's eating.
This is
And
what
I'm
we
like,
do. Can I
darn.
call a friend?
I'm like, darn, you couldn't wait for
Can
me.
I use a lifeline?
You couldn't wait for me. Most of the time, bro.
That's not most of the time.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so while we're on the subject of fixing plate and who eats first, y'all know on social media, a lot of people are saying, well, a lot of women, I should say, are saying they fix their kids' plates first, then their husband's plate. What y'all think?
To the men.
Yeah. How y'all feel about that? Because I'm going to just say this. I feel like they putting too much on who fixes the plate first. You know, it's just too much. Like, it doesn't matter. As long as we all sitting down eating.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, like we said in previous episodes, whatever works for your household. Like, I will let my kids and my wife eat first, but if she fix my plate or they ain't in the room, then I go ahead and fix my plate. Like, it ain't no who eat first, who. It really don't matter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people just, it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you big on, I mean, you do got some people that's big on traditional values, like with the men stuff, but it's just too much, man. It's too much to be coming in the house arguing. Oh, why you fix the kids' plate before mine?
Right.
I ain't finna do all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, for me, I just fix everyone's plate and then I call to come to the table. So I don't know.
I just fix the meal and then everybody come fix the plate.
We heard.
'Cause honestly, when we was coming up, I remember like when I used to be at my uncle's house, he would fix the kids. He would fix our plates, and we'll be eating, and then he'll eat last.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Now, when I used to stay with my grandma sometimes, and like me and my cousins was over there, my grandma would fix my granddaddy's plate, then she'll fix everybody else's plate, and everybody come eat. Then nobody have to fix. My grandma fixed everybody's plate.
Yeah.
And see, that's and my mama did. She did the same thing I do. She'll cook all the food, and then we all get up and fix our own plates. That's what I was used to. Yeah. And then I started talking to different people today, and they was like, "Yeah, we fixed the plate," and I'm like, "Fix the plate? I just fixed the meal." But I we'll work on it.
Just get better. That's it. Just get better.
So I have another topic. All right. So a lot of times on social media, people have kids before they're married and they don't want to get married. So is it a bigger commitment to have a child or to get married?
Having a child is a bigger commitment to me. Well,
but I'm talking about from the perspective of people don't want to get married at all to the person. They rather just have a child with them.
Oh, that's crazy. I think that's crazy.
That just means they don't want to get married to them.
But I think if you having a child with somebody, bro, that is a lot of responsibility because that's somebody that you're gonna be attached to for a long time.
They want to be attached to that other person, but they don't want to be married to him.
No, most of the time, if a woman is having a baby with a man, it's something she wants to be married to that man.
She want a family.
No, I know she wants to be married. I said he don't.
Well, he don't have a choice in the matter. My body, my choice.
Right, but my thing is like, why are people so ready to have children and with someone, but they don't want just as people say the paper of marriage? Like to me, the kids are more commitment. I'd rather get married with someone, and if we break it off, you know, I mean, we have no ties. But with a child, you're always going to have ties. So why, you know what I mean?
I think it's a negative perspective on marriage. You get what I'm saying? And I think, too, it's like, no shade, because I know we got some good daddies in here. But sometimes it's easy just to have a baby, and then you still free to do whatever you want to. But if I'm married to you, I got to come home to you. I got to do, you know what I'm saying? But I can have a baby with you and I can still be out here running the streets.
Well, I think a lot of it is because a lot of women grew up seeing, well, mama did it all. She took care of us and, you know, so I can do it. But I feel like having kids with someone is the bigger commitment. Not even just that, like, women giving birth, that's the closest we get to death. Like, you want to put your life on the line to have a baby by somebody that you know most likely you're not going to be with.
Yeah, that's true.
Make that make sense.
And didn't they say, like, when you have a baby, the man's cells kind of get intertwined with your cells or something like that? Is that true? Because of the baby, their DNA kind of get in you.
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, It sounds about right, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see where you're going. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's a commitment, but like Crystal said, I think the woman has the mindset of, you know, I don't think I've ever heard a woman say, "Oh, I'm gonna have a baby with him, and I don't want nothing else from him. Like I
Right.
just want the baby." You know, that's rare. I think a lot of times when it comes to a man, y'all correct me, but you know, they don't look at it as a big responsibility because most of the time it is the woman who will take up the slack. Most of the time. So the commitment is different.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like I know things happen. I know, you know, as far as kids, having kids, but I feel like you shouldn't do either one of them if you ain't ready to commit to anything.
Yeah.
True.
You should have a child or get married. Like you should get yourself together. But you know, like I said, I know things happen though. So
No 2 cents.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Make sure you got yourself together, man.
I mean, that's all a responsibility.
yeah.
I mean, and it's
It's
just
all
a
life changing.
Yeah, definitely.
So to the dads in here, did y'all feel like y'all were ready to commit when y'all was making these babies?
I mean, that's why I said what I said.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I said what I
mean,
said from you know my personal experience. Like that's where my comment came from. So no, I won't ready. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't ready to be committed to something, you shouldn't be doing either one of them.
Right. So, like, question: when you found out about, okay, now I'm about to be a dad, did it register in your mind, like for most women, well, we need to be a family?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you should. That should automatic. Honestly, as a man, if you a man, truly a man, like that should register anyway. Like if you having a kid, you should be ready to step up and take care of business. That's my opinion. You shouldn't be having no kid and just be like, all right, I'm still outside
Right.
doing what I want to do. Then I'm gonna have another kid, but I'm still going back outside. Nah, you should be ready to get it together.
And that's the difference. If, like you said, if you a man,
Yeah.
man,
For
like
real.
boys, they, you know, people be young and dumb and they still be outside. You know what I'm saying? But
That's why I
you a
said
man,
things
yeah.
things happen though. So
But then you got the Nick Cannons and the Cam Newtons. You know what I'm saying? That they
Yeah.
just
They
be
think
out here doing.
they think the financial part always covers it. I feel like,
yeah.
but it's more than that.
Definitely.
Because I feel like if they didn't have, and I may be wrong, if they didn't have the bread, I don't think they'll be going that far.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might be wrong, but I think
Yeah.
It gives them a little bit more freedom, I feel like, with the women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But then again, Pookie and them down the street got the same kind of thing going on.
that's true too.
I mean, I mean,
And but I'm saying you got some dudes that think having a lot of kids make them more of a man without being committed. Like just because I got a lot of kids,
Yeah.
just because I'm sowing seed, like that's what
Yeah.
makes me a man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, 'cause I know somebody that said, I want 10. And he got 10.
but why did he say he want
And he
10?
just said he want 10. Want no reason. He just wanted 10 kids.
Because he's stupid.
He got 10 kids.
There's a difference in being a sperm donor and being a daddy. It's a
Yeah.
difference.
That's true.
all right, so I hear something on the radio. It was this woman on the radio. She was like, so she had 6 kids and 4 baby daddies. So one of the fathers wanted to take his daughter to Disneyland. She didn't want the father to take the daughter to Disneyland because he wouldn't take the rest of the kids.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Now, her reasoning was because he had helped raise the rest of the kids, and the kids used to call him stepdad, dad, and all that. So she felt like it was his responsibility and due for him to take the rest of them. What y'all think about it?
No.
Why, man?
But you said it was 4 baby daddies?
Yeah.
No, that's not his responsibility. Because it's just not. Because why would that be his responsibility? It's not his kids.
But that's his stepkids.
No, it's not. It was his stepkids. Now, they were still together. He was trying to do that. Now, I don't agree with that.
Now, this is just my opinion. I feel like personally, it's an issue for her because she can't take all her kids to Disneyland. She can't afford to do it herself.
Right. Because her reason was like she wasn't gonna let her daughter, the rest of her kids, watch her daughter pack up and go to Disneyland, and they can't go.
Well, they can't. Yeah, I don't think that's right. You're holding your daughter back because of your other kids, but you chose other baby daddies that they were deadbeats, so it's not the child's fault, and they don't have to see it if you don't tell them.
That's a personal problem.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I get both sides. Like I get why she wouldn't want that because she don't want to create the division between her kids. You know what I'm saying? But again, it is her problem. Like you get what I'm saying? I feel like maybe she could say, give me a chance to get my stuff together so I can take everybody and we can do it that way. But to say, no, this little girl can't, I don't think that's right. Because I think if that dad is able to provide for his daughter in that way, you cheating him too out of being a dad. So,
Right.
But this is just me though. I feel like if you have created a bond with these kids and they calling you dad or stepdad or whatever, then I mean, why not? If you're able to do it.
But who says he can do it?
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
he
what I'm
can't
saying.
afford to do it.
That's why I say if he's able to do it. If he's only able to take just his daughter, then yeah. But if you able to take all of them, if you financially stable where you could take all of them, then why not?
Because the thing is, when he was with her, he took care of them. He's no longer with her.
Right.
And clearly, this is not her first rodeo. I mean, 6 kids, 4 baby daddies. She done been through this before. So she know how this gonna go.
I mean, you right, but all I'm saying is like you got the bond with these kids. Like you done created the bond with these kids. Didn't you say they was calling him?
Yeah.
Like they looked at him like a dad or whatever. Then I mean,
But yeah, to
Why
me that
not?
creates a slippery slope because he takes them to Disneyland and then he buy her a pair of sneakers. Then he gonna have to buy everyone a pair of sneakers. So I think every time is gonna build onto something.
Yeah. And the other fathers, he can't do everything.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then the rest of the other fathers, he doing what they need to be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What she could do, she could reach out to the other fathers and be like, hey,
They going to Disneyland.
she going to Disneyland. You got some ends on this trip, so the rest can go.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
yeah, it's not fair to put that burden on him.
On him, yeah,
Right.
yeah. You right. You right.
Simple fix. The daddy can, from now on, get his child and don't tell her where he taking the
I
little
was
girl.
thinking the same thing.
And on her end, stop popping out babies and get yourself together so you can take all your kids to Disneyland. Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you straight robbing the daughter from experience that a lot of kids don't even. I mean, at least one can say,
Right.
I went there. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be 100% fair between all the kids all the time. Not with multiple fathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
The income tax check.
Right.
And
I
then
know
think,
that's big.
yeah, and I think it's a way for her also to be creative. If the other dads don't want to step in, don't hold that one child back, but be creative with your other kids. Take them to a pool, take them to a park. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's still stuff that you can
Right.
do.
Right.
Yeah, Disneyland ain't cheap, boy.
No.
Sure ain't. All right, so I got a question. Have anybody listened to the Dear Wifey podcast lately? I'm sorry, Dear Future Wifey podcast lately.
No, it's been a while, but I've been seeing little clips here and there.
Okay, so there's been some clips out there that's been sparking conversation. So the latest clip that I've seen is a pastor's wife said that You can say what age was she since you listened to it fully?
I think she was talking about a story when they first got together. She was like 19 and he was like 21. They were young.
Okay,
younger.
so they were young, but they were just telling their love story, quotations, and how everything went and stuff like that. And she basically said that from the grace from God, He gave her the grace. The grace from God gave her the will to grab an iron and iron some clothes for her husband, or her boyfriend at the time, to go sleep with his side.
No, it was her husband at the time whenever we
Oh, they were married? Mm-hmm. Okay. So they were married at the time to iron his clothes to go see his side chick. Is that something y'all agree with?
We got to hear the clip.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play the clip and then y'all tell me how y'all feel.
All right.
And I had a radical heart shift from that moment. I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person. And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. So He would call me out my name. It wouldn't bother me because I allowed God's voice to be louder than His. And when I was going through transition of Him not coming home on the weekends, not being there, telling me I hate you, I'll never love you, I wish I never married you, I knew that life and death is in the power of the tongue through the word of God. So I would say, you will love me one day. We will have a good marriage one day. And although he would go out for weekends, I would literally help him get ready to go meet his side chick by ironing his clothes and getting him ready for the night. And these are all things I was graced to do. I would not encourage anybody to do that unless you are graced by God to do this.
Okay, so that was the clip. So what y'all think? Because according to Key...
Hold on, put no words in my mouth. But go ahead. What I said?
Okay.
What
Well,
I said?
Well,
what
earlier
I said?
she said, I couldn't remember exactly what she said, but she said the grace from God. But you said, what did you thought I was saying? That God told her to
God
do it.
told her to stay there.
So is that not kind of the same thing?
No, I don't think it's the same thing, because the Bible tells us that God gives each of us a measure of faith, right? And so her measure of faith is completely different than a lot of people's measure of faith. She trusted God so much in that situation that even though it was craziness going on, he was saying all the stuff he was saying to her, her trust was more so in what she saw that, that the marriage could be. So that's why I said it's just different. Each one of us we have a different level of faith. And so that may not be anybody's level of faith. I don't think I could have done that either. Help you, pack your clothes to get ready. I don't think I could have done that either. And biblically, she had the right to leave her marriage, but she trusted what she saw and the future more than what was going on in that moment. So
as she was ironing her clothes, she saw a future.
She did.
For him to go
and
see
that's why
another
I said it sounds crazy to us. It sounds crazy to us. But you're not, you like she said, you're not graced for that. And I think in the other episode, she was in the episode, she was like, and she said it in the clip, I wouldn't tell anybody to do this because
that was stupid.
Well,
I mean, it was. I'm sorry. There's no way. And people be quick to say God this, God that. God that was nothing of God. That was stupidity. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think that she said God told her to stay and do that.
He graced her.
Yeah, he graced her. And if you watch the full episode, she said that she know that she could have left. Like, she wasn't crazy, but she was also 19 with kids. She didn't see a way out of it. So she was an insecure young woman at the time that she didn't, you know what I'm saying? But she started to, even in the clip, she said, I started to listen to God's words over what he was saying to me. So I know that we kind of talked about this before in previous episodes. And this was a question that I had too. I'll go back to it. But the sanctification that can actually happen in a marriage, even though what he did to her was wrong, her trust started to become more in God and not in him. So I understand what she's saying. Would I go through that? Probably not. I would not do that. And just like she said, I don't think anybody should do that unless your faith in God is so strong that regardless of what is going on, you can see the way out. But most women, that's going to tear you down. That's going to tear you apart. You're not going to be able to survive that.
And it was just a snippet. He was saying that she wasn't his first choice. She didn't look like what he was used to. She was darker skinned. It was just a lot of stuff, that he just didn't like about her, really. So she really had a lot of chances to leave.
Yeah, so to me, the signs were there. She might have saw her future, but you should have waited. To me, it seems like waited on the marriage, then y'all could come and get the future ready. But like, to me, people see those signs, they jump into it, they get married, and they go through all that where they didn't have to go through that. They could have waited at a time that it was supposed to be. I don't know.
So what happened was she had left. She had moved out of the state. When she moved, she found out she was pregnant. Then she came back and they got married. Whenever he first saw her, like, because the mama had kind of like, was like, I want my son to meet you or whatever. And so when he first saw her, he was like, oh my gosh, you're my wife. Like, he knew like she was his wife just by the first sight. The mama knew this was supposed to be the husband. Should they have waited? Probably. He even talked about a part of like generational curses. His daddy used to run out, and then his granddaddy used to run out, and then he had a son. And so then he was like, at first, whenever he heard about his dad running out and cheating on his mom, he was like, oh yeah, I'm just doing what my dad do. He, it's like a little,
Right. But
then when he found out his granddaddy used to do the same thing, that's when it kind of like snapped, like, this is generational. And he didn't want his son to do the same thing. So that was part of the, transformation part that happened for him too.
I don't know, man. I mean, I get what she's saying as far as, the grace part. Like, she basically saying, God gave her the strength to endure what was going on. But at the same time, man, like, you can have, say if that man would have been, like, knocking her head off, you can still be speaking the word and say, oh, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. He can still be knocking your head off every day, near about killing you. You know what I'm saying? You can still speak, but that's a dangerous place
definitely
to be. You know what I'm saying? To put yourself through that. Not saying she didn't see a vision or see the future, or God might have shown her something, but in between time, that's a lot, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. He running the streets, coming back to you, giving you what?
Absolutely.
That's a lot. I think sometimes, we can mix what God's showing us and what we want together, and try to create this, this thing or story that we want to be. We could try to mesh it together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I bet you if it was the other way around, he wouldn't have been iron nothing.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that's a lot right there.
It is a lot. It is absolutely. And I wouldn't tell anybody, if God give you a way out like that, he cheating and running the streets, because the Bible tells us. But it also tells us that is a way out. You don't have to take that exit. Cheating, your husband being, cheating on you, that is a way to get out of your marriage. But you don't have to take it. You can still stay in the marriage and work it out. So I think, understand that is an exit. You don't have to stay in any marriage.
Because some people can hear that. Some people can hear that, and they might be going through a situation right now, and they might take it as, okay, I need to stay in this situation. Yeah. Let me endure.
Fix it, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a situation that you need to get up out of. Like, so you gotta be careful with how you share certain things.
Dangerous.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah. Because even though we know that he can fix it, we have to understand that there's grounds biblically that you are able to leave your marriage. And she was able to leave her marriage. She didn't have to stay in that.
So what's the marriage like now though? Like on the they good?
Yeah, they good. They've been married, I think, 34 years. They have a large church. I think they said like 10,000 members or something like that. They do marriage counseling. I mean, their outcome was just like 1 in a million. You get what I'm saying? It was like a 1 in a million thing that happened for them. They married, so.
Fix it, Jesus.
And he will, but he also gives us common sense.
Yeah,
he also gives us his word He will fix things, but you also have to use your discernment.
He also
gotta
give you
use
free will too.
He gives you free will biblically. And see, I think so.
You're free to leave after you find out that he doing that.
No, you are. She said that.
Yeah, I would,
She said that.
ain't no way.
Yeah,
She said that.
He calling you that. But at the same, y'all said they were young
She
at
was-
the time.
yeah, she was
but-
young.
So, I consider that as well. But still, I think the message is like,
If somebody tell you how they feel,
yeah.
that's how they feel. You can become a pastor to a church of 10,000 people. That's how he felt.
I was just about to say
So
that.
that don't change anything. Just because you a pastor, what does that mean?
Because even though God showed...
He wasn't a pastor at the time when
I'm talking
that
about
was
now.
happening.
I'm talking about now.
Even though...
But I'm saying that's how he felt. Just because you grew up a little bit
Yeah.
and became a pastor, that don't mean that changed how you really feel.
Because he might have shown you, okay, this man, he's supposed to be this. But did he tell you that you was supposed to be a part of it?
Right.
That's
Or
true.
there?
Right.
So my question is, because I didn't watch that podcast, that episode or whatever. So Key, you mentioned that he said that like the light bulb came on when he realized it was a generational curse of men stepping out on their wives and
It
his
was part of
family.
it. Mhm.
And you said that he had a son and he wanted to change because he didn't want his son to do the same thing. Did he ever say in the episode that he wanted to change for himself? Not because he had a son. Oh, I don't want my son to do the same thing. Like, did he ever say he was doing it for himself?
Well, in the episode too, it was a part where he went to jail because it was like armed robbery. She didn't even know he was like robbing, and so he went to jail. He was a felon. He went to jail. I think he said that he was in jail for like 3 days, and he had prayed, and he was like, God, if you get me out of this, I'm gonna be a pastor. I'm gonna change my life. And right when he said that, he said it wasn't like a minute that went by, they called for him to get released. And his dad was a pastor at the time, and he told his dad, like, I'm ready to start preaching. And his dad said, okay, I'm gonna give y'all have to clean the church twice a week. You and your wife, y'all got to clean the church twice a week. And after a year, keeping your head down, then we'll talk about it. And so in that time, it was like a lot of stuff that was like happening to him. And so then I think he said, I can't remember his age. Maybe he was like, I can't remember. But during that time of the year of keeping his head down, him and his wife working and cleaning the church, then they came out, he did his first word, and he became a pastor. And then, things just went better for him after he had got locked up. And he turned his life around.
Okay.
What, Brianna?
Oh, I don't know.
So yeah, I'm with Chris on this one. I don't think we should, the way that she delivered the message, because there's so many people who have like the reaction like Nico, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that it should have been talked in that sense. Like, I think, you know what I'm saying? Even though God brought them out, and I don't want her to not tell her testimony, but I think we just have to be mindful in the way that we tell what we went through and put in God's name in a lot of the situation. Like, we have to be very careful how we do that, because we don't want to put other people in bondage. So
that was my point. Like, once you attach that onto it, you kind of giving people like, oh, okay. Like, God is he's a part of this situation.
You can go
as
iron
well.
them clothes too, and you gonna go get through.
I'm gonna get through him busting my nose a couple more times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah, you gotta be careful, yo.
yeah. And just because it worked out for her don't mean it's gonna work out for you.
Don't
Just
go
know
pick up
you
the
have
iron.
ground.
Sister, don't pick up that iron. Do not do it.
Oh, it's so about to pick it up.
Oh, you
behind
know
anyway.
they leading into it. Yeah. But another question.
Starch and all.
Not start.
Pressed. Okay, so another clip I seen was a husband and a wife. I'm not sure if they were pastors or anything, but a husband and a wife, they're together, and his wife passed away. his ex-wife. No, not his ex. His wife passed away. He got remarried, and then he told his new wife that he wanted to get a tattoo to honor his wife that passed away. Mm-hmm. And basically said like, well, wasn't really into tattoos, but since she passed away, I really want to get one to, celebrate her. How do you feel about that? Is that something that y'all could do?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know she had passed away. I thought it was just another.
Yeah, she passed away.
Oh, I thought she was still alive. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was fine to me.
Yeah, that's fine. I said, what do you want, baby?
Key, you got to tight
Keith,
your lips.
Yeah, right. Yours a little tight on that one.
No, I see that all the time because I work with older people. So they, patients die and then they get remarried and they still talk a lot about their ex-spouse, and then the other person is just okay with it. I mean, I think that comes from
talking about
maturity.
it's fine. I'm talking about going to get a tattoo.
I think if you are okay with that.
Oh no, what you think?
Oh, me?
Could you do
Would you
that?
be
That's
okay
what I'm asking. Would you be okay with it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that?
Is that a white
Is
lie?
that a white lie? Don't tell us a white lie there. Well, I'll say for me,
Look at me.
I would try to support you, but that's not something that I would really want to run out to go do with you.
Yeah, I don't think we have to do it together, but you can do it to celebrate them. But I don't think we have to do it together. Why do we need to do it together?
Well, what kind of threw me off with him, he said he was never into tattoos, but all of a sudden now you done got remarried, and now you want to get a tattoo of
While you're married or
right.
something.
Like that's throwing me off a little bit.
I mean, well, the woman dead, so it ain't like she coming back.
Right.
I'll say this. I don't see anything wrong with him wanting to honor his wife in that way, right? If the new wife has an issue with it, he should not do it. I think there's other ways to honor your old covenant and stuff like that without disrespecting your new situation.
Better release them balloons.
So yeah, I just don't think.
Nah, that's real though. If they don't like it, then yeah, you don't need to go out and do it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't do it if Key was okay with it. Then I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do it. That's me. I wouldn't do that.
Because my thing is this too. When did she pass away and when did we get together?
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you had it before we got together, but now after you're married, now you want to go back and do that?
Right.
I don't know.
Well said. You better go release the balloons.
I'm tell you, bro. Anniversary, better release them balloons.
Because if it wasn't done before you got remarried, I just don't see the point in going back to it.
That's real interesting.
So what was her reaction?
She was fine with it. And a lot of people in the comments were saying like it seems like he's still kind of like grieving and don't understand why would you jump into another marriage if you're still grieving for your wife that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's why I asked. I thought that was very interesting.
Cause that's.
I'm
hoping that time has lapsed. Why are we going back? You get what I'm saying? That's my only thing. Like, why you have to go back to it?
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I'm gonna, the clip is there, so they'll be able to hear it.
When we were dating, he was still grieving. Mm-hmm. When I would come to the house, her pictures and stuff is everywhere. Didn't bother me none.
Why not?
Because I understood, Siobhan, though this is your husband, he still got to go through his process. And how do I look saying, all right, let's put away her memory. I'm here now. That would be so silly. 20 years with this woman, that's not going to just leave you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I honored her too.
And if he could discard her that quickly, it's setting the precedence of how quickly he'll be able to discard you.
I guess you can call it a test too. When we was dating, first thing I said, well, I've never been into tattoos or anything, but I wanted to honor my former wife. So I said, I'm going to get a tattoo of my former wife here with a crown and say my queen, her name was Ebony, and her name. I said, how would you feel about that? Because you would have to wake up to that every day seeing it. And psychologically, for a woman,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
many not gonna do that.
Nah.
I don't care how you've been.
I don't care how anointed, saved, whatever you was. You be like, hold on now. That's just
But
too much.
she said, "No, you've been with your wife for 22 years." She's like, "Of course, you honor her, because I didn't expect that response, really, But it was like a test, like, okay, all right, I can move forward with this.
Did you get a tattoo?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And I watched them get
Yeah, she was right on FaceTime. She was coming from preaching at the airport, so in between her layover, she was watching.
Okay. After listening to the clip and their situation, if I was in that woman's shoes, absolutely not. I don't even think I would have married him if he was in that place where he had not fully healed from his wife to say, my queen, all of that. No, you're not ready to move on. Right. And that's okay. Yeah. And that's okay. You don't have to, I think sometimes it's so easy for a woman to depreciate her value because we want a marriage. And I don't have to do that because I could find a man. I can wait for a man who thinks that I'm his queen and anything that has happened prior to me is not even it's nothing he wants to move forward with. So no, to get my queen and we're in the dating process, no, I don't even think I would be able to date that man anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think, and I could be his friend. You have your wife's pictures. I understand everything that you're going through, but I don't think I would be in a place to want to date you.
Yeah, that was too soon. Especially has pictures everywhere. You're still mourning her.
Yeah.
Yeah. The My Queen took me by surprise. I thought it was just the name.
Yeah.
My Queen? Well, what am I? Your princess?
With a crown.
She's
he said with a crown. So
yeah. Yeah. I just don't think he was ready. I mean, I think that I honestly think he was like, oh yeah, I knew this could work. Yeah, because I think she was she was a pushover. And I don't want to talk about that woman in that way, and I understand sometimes you like, man, he got this and he got this and it seems like it's right, but sometimes it could be something out there better for you. I just don't think that, and maybe the marriage still could have worked, but just not at that moment, not while he was grieving.
Yeah, well, of course, if she likes him, she gonna say yes because she want to be with him. She not gonna say no. She know that would have deterred him from being with her.
What was the time? What was the
time?
How long had it been
since she died?
It didn't say in the clip. He just said that they had been married 22 years. And when she went to his house, the pictures and everything was still up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if she went in like just trying to be his friend. Well, no, they were dating. They kept saying I just don't think
I become his wife. So
yeah, I just don't think I would have been able to do that. Not until he had completely healed.
Right.
Because I have a desire to be wanted in that way. You get what I'm saying? I want you to want me that way. I want to be the one who tattooed on your arm.
He got to wait for you to die.
Right.
I don't know. He said it was a test, so it sounds like
don't
if
test
she would
me,
have said
baby.
no, I feel like he would have kept it moving.
Yeah, this ain't no test. And then he got the tattoo anyway, so it wasn't a test. It was more than a test.
Yeah, he's letting you know I'm going to do this.
Right, regardless.
You can stay or go.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't test me in that way.
Stayed. Mm-mm. And now when they together, Ebony right there looking with her crown.
Right.
Look, Ebony ain't here. So that's one person
that's
she got to worry
he
about.
Shouldn't be getting no tattoo. She ain't here. Keep in your heart.
Or get it before you start dating.
Now, if it was something you had,
go
get it before you go back out there.
Why all of a sudden when we're dating, you want this tattoo?
Right.
So do I remind you of her? Like, what is reminding you?
Is it something about me that is not sufficient to what she was? You know what I'm saying?
Well, at least he asked. I mean, at least he did a little test to let you know, all right, it's coming.
Well, because he could have just.
What are you doing a test for? What are we testing?
Yeah. Just to see if she gonna stay around or not.
To see how stupid she is. Mm-hmm. She's stupid too, just like the one I.
So you think it was like a power, like something like a
power move type thing?
Yeah. To see what he can get away with.
Yeah, that's why.
Could have been. I just don't think he was ready. He wasn't ready, and I think sometimes we try to fix. We want to be Bob the Builder, Bobette the Builder. But yeah, no. Bobette. I didn't try to think of a woman name. But yeah, I don't think not for me.
So after hearing the clip, you still going?
It would depend on how long it's been. I don't know. I guess. I look at that's his body. He want his dead ex-wife on him. That's him. I don't know. I don't.
So every time you rub his arm, you gonna see that.
If Chris come to you and say, "I want to go get my wife for 22 years tattooed on me,"
listen, let me hold on.
with
let me
a
cut
crown
you off.
on her head, and say, "My queen," and you gonna
you trying to
take your ass down there and go get it?
At that point, it's up to me if I want to stay with him with the tattoo or to go on about my business. He did right. Hey, he laid it out on the table. She said okay, so he went and got the tattoo. Now it's up to her if she gonna stay and deal with him or not.
What would you do?
Right.
What would I do? I don't know. But I'm not too stuck on tattoos. Look, I married somebody, his baby mama is tattooed across his heart. It ain't her face. I dated the man and married the man, and guess what? The tattoo's still there. That's his dumb ass if you want to keep going. I've been doing fits, babe. I'm just saying, stuff like that does not bother me.
The thing is, he already had it.
That's right.
Right.
He got in the moment.
It don't matter,
So
but the
if-
moment,
okay,
but
if
the
he was
moment,
dating-
but
if
the
he was
moment,
dating you, was like, okay, since I have a kid with her,
Right.
I want to get her name tattooed on me. What would your reaction be?
oh, of course, I'd be like, no, that's your baby mama. But somebody you've been married to for 22 years,
Okay, she passed away.
the woman's dead.
The baby mama for him.
What if she died?
Yeah, God forbid.
I mean, she alive now and it's still on him.
But if he said it to you while y'all was dating
That he
in the
wanna go
dating
get it.
process,
Yeah.
I mean, that's different. That's the baby mama. I'm just saying. I'm not really too.
If it
So
was
Chris,
already there-
would you ever get that covered up, or
Now,
like your tattoo?
Let me tell you what he said. Because he has been talking about getting it covered up for years now. Yeah. At one time, he was like, oh, yeah, I can get my daddy, or I can get your... I said, no, baby. No, baby, I'm different. I don't need no tattoo. Treat me right.
I know that's right.
No,
I don't care.
that's why you my friend.
I don't care about all that. Treat me right.
Just looking with that.
That's right.
That's
You
on
got-
him.
That's why you my friend.
I'm not about to press you to get nothing covered up. If I met you, you don't win all these years with that tattoo. Keep it there. Just treat me right.
Okay.
Yeah, my intentions was to get it covered up with my pop's
Well,
face.
you damn sure won't
But
get
I
it with
didn't.
my face. get it with your daddy face, baby.
What if I would have popped up with your face?
I'll be going down.
I would have walked through the door like
I'll be going down to Wayne County and filing for divorce.
like Superman. Look, man.
Baby. That tattoo don't faze me.
That is very interesting.
You didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
What? Oh, I knew you was gonna say it.
She put him on blast.
That little love. Okay, girl.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, some people been wilding on that podcast lately. But, you know, whatever works for them.
All right, guys. So changing the topic a little bit. So one cover versus separate covers. Like which one is? Oh, because this kind of ties in. A lot of people have been talking about like Raven Simone and her wife came out with this, where a lot of married couples have separate rooms. So how do you feel about that? And one cover or separate covers kind of ties in together. Mm-hmm. Crystal, you had a reaction to that.
Yeah. 'Cause
So, Chris and I, we fuss a lot about the covers. I feel like we should have separate covers because we sleep in a king size bed. We start off sleeping close together, but I end up on my side, he end up on his side, and he steals the covers. So
now listen.
now say I'm lying.
Listen, Linda.
It didn't start off as this how it didn't start off like that. At first you weren't complaining about separate cover. It won't like that always. But me, I don't want to do the separate cover. Like I want one cover.
Right.
That's because I need to feel skin everything.
Skin to skin.
I need to be skin to skin. She don't want that all the time. But we do end up, you know what I'm saying? We do end up like on both ends of the bed.
Question: do you steal the covers?
I mean, it could be partial truth to that. You know.
I mean, and then he rolled all the way over, like, cause I stay in the same spot.
But even if we do have, you know, separate covers, then I'm still making my way under hers. Eventually.
Yes, he be under his and mine. Like, what are you doing?
So yeah.
Yeah, for us, we sleep with separate covers.
Yeah, we started off with one like y'all, and he liked to wrap himself in the cover, and I had to steal it in the middle of the night. So we got 2 separate covers, but one leg's out and his leg's out, so we're touching like that. So,
like you say, I creep up under her cover, but then what I do, I turn my ass over and wrap in my blanket. She wrapping hers, and we go to sleep.
We just be playing tug of war.
Yeah, that was fun for a little while, but I ain't got time for that.
Because I'm pulling that cover. You take all the sheet, and then I'm just left with comforter. No, we going back and forth.
You sleep with a sheet and comforter? I know you hot.
No, I like that.
Oh no, that's too much.
No, that is too much.
Huh?
That's good for decoration,
right?
No, I like
Not
my
to
sheet
sleep.
and my comforter.
Yeah, I got to have both.
Yes, and then you rub your feet against that sheet.
And I sleep all the way under the covers, head under the covers and everything.
Oh yeah, you crazy.
I got to have my whole body covered up, bro. I got to.
You suffocating under that.
Sweat.
Well, then also Chris steals the covers because he said I have it too cold in the room.
Yeah, it's like an ice box. Even though I don't like to be hot though. I don't like to be real hot, but it do be cold in the room. So, and she gotta have a fan on.
Oh yes, you have to.
Have to have a fan on.
Got to have that fan.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I ain't gotta have no fan, man.
It's cold.
He blame everything on the fan.
She
My eyes water because you got the fan.
I'm for real, bro.
I'm waking up with crust in my eyes because you got the fan. I'm like, boy, what?
I'm like, yo, she even got Jeremiah with the fan on. He's got the fan on for nothing.
He said, what now?
He blame everything on that damn fan.
Nah, but real talk.
He'll
So
wake up and it'll be
she got the fan. Listen, who go to sleep with the fan blowing right in their face? Like, good gracious, bro.
everything because of the fan. I got crust in my eyes. I ain't never had so much crust in my eyes because of that fan.
Somebody, they be complaining it's cold, but they got a fan on blowing in their face.
True,
that don't
Chris.
even make
It's
no
probably.
sense.
That's how I do, bro.
That don't make sense, man.
I got the fan
That's why your
blowing.
eyes is running.
I got the fan blowing.
I know.
And it be cold.
They can laugh all they want.
Okay, so why your eyes be running with the fan on?
It don't. That's the thing. It don't.
Yes, it do.
No, it don't.
He blamed everything on the fan. He starts sniffling.
That's all you
That's the
hear.
fan on.
It is. I'm trying to tell you. It's
Her and Jeremiah, they got the ceiling fan on and a separate fan beside the bed.
Oh dang, y'all got double fans.
Chris, when have I had both fans on?
Hey, no, Chris. Y'all got fans on for nothing. But tell me about a light on, but y'all got all these fans.
I know that's right.
What?
Talk about a light on, but run the fan all day.
Right.
No.
Because you leave the light on all day long.
Even the fan in
2-3 lights.
The fan in the bathroom. Her and Jeremiah, they'll cut the fan on in the bathroom, leave it on all day.
Oh my God, it drive me crazy.
We do not leave it on
Yes,
all
y'all
day.
do.
No, we
Yes, y'all
don't.
do.
Okay, Chris, you
The fan
42
be on
years
for-
old and you be
the
sleeping with
fan-
the lights on.
Hey, you sleep with the lights on too.
Who?
You be in up under the cover with the light on.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
So when I go to sleep at night, I don't turn the light off.
I mean, that's because I done fell asleep.
It don't matter.
with the
You
light
grown.
on.
Get
That's-
up
that's
and
different.
turn off the light.
It's different. Y'all about to blow.
Y'all need a remote like us.
Yeah,
Turn
they
it
need
on
a
so
remote for them fans too.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Because me and Pookie, I got him trained. When we leave the house
Hey,
in the morning,
listen.
the fans they turn off.
They about to blow the motor up in the fan. it's right. Because it's right.
You know what, Christian?
Oh my God. Whoa. But this one right here be complaining about the fan. But when I tell her, look, okay, I'm gonna cut the fan. Don't leave it on. Well, make sure you cut it off before you leave. I come home, fan still on.
Listen.
We don't leave the fans on if we are not there. Now, Chris will tell a lie in a minute.
Man, nah, that ain't no lie.
You come home when nobody's at home and the fans be on.
If that fan ain't on, the one in the bathroom on.
Oh,
Both
hey,
of them.
Crystal?
Both of them.
No.
Jeremiah, I got to go in there and cut the fan off.
He talking about his son, not me.
Nah, that's where he got it from.
He ain't got it from me.
When you say you just got him trained.
I'm talking about the fans for the room, not the bathroom.
The fan game.
So that loud fan, you just leave it on.
That would drive me crazy.
Right.
What, in the bathroom?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, you did.
I'm telling you,
I leave the bathroom fan on all day.
Hey, it be hours.
You know what?
I'm telling you. I'm surprised the motor ain't gone in that one.
I'm trying to tell you, that would drive me crazy. I promise you it would.
If the motor do be gone, it's before you take shit every day.
Nah,
Not for me.
that's where y'all leaving it on.
No, that's
That's
for
where
you.
y'all
Shit
leaving it on.
every day.
Hey,
2 or 3
look,
times a day.
when I come through the hallway, both fans on. Sound like a damn factory.
See, you know what? You sleeping on the couch tonight. You don't talk about me and Jeremiah, okay? We do not leave the bathroom fans on.
Sound like a factory.
Anyway.
Warehouse.
Oh my God, it's crazy, man.
But he leaving out that he leaves the bathroom fan on, y'all. So don't listen to him. Anyways.
Well, I guess the second part of that question, what do you guys think about the movement of like husband and wives having separate rooms?
I think it's great.
I know she was gonna say that too.
Because in my household, there's a couple of nights out the week where Christopher Kaiser is in the other room, and that's because he snores.
Yeah,
yeah.
people, I snore. So yeah, there's a couple days I tiptoe out the room and just.
No, ain't no tiptoe.
So
Let me get out.
So I can snore in peace.
Let me go, baby. You got to get the hell out of here.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta go.
I can snore in peace.
Sometimes I gotta snore in peace. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, you really ain't snoring in peace because you down the hall and I can still hear you in the room.
I
So that's another reason why I had a fan on sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in peace. But yeah, I got a snoring room.
Yes. Give me a break a few nights a week and we'll be all right. That's how we do it.
They get you some earplugs.
No, that don't even work, baby. The house be vibrating. And I'm not lying.
Big bad wolf.
Yes.
I'm tired.
You tired every day.
You right. I am. You and me both.
Because, baby, there's more than tired.
You said enough for me and you both. Surprised you ain't snoring.
Crazy, man.
Oh my God. So how many pillows y'all sleep with?
It's like 5 in the bed, plus a body pillow.
Dang.
I sleep with about 5 for myself.
I sleep with
Dang.
3.
2.
3.
I sleep with about 5 for myself.
2.
Yeah, just 2.
How many you sleep with, bro?
Yeah, how many?
We did ask you how
Right.
I'm concerned.
Right.
This
One
your
flat
topic.
one.
Sound like you got
Oh,
about 10.
gosh.
Bro, I got 1 pillow, bro.
Is it flat or flat?
Flat term.
Oh, gosh.
I know that.
Right.
It ain't flat. It ain't flat, but it ain't fluffy. It ain't fluffy. It's like medium. Nah, I ain't gotta fold it.
Oh, okay.
Nigga over there down, bro. That nigga said one flat one.
That's why he laughing at me.
Yeah, one flat.
Well, in that case, you just sleeping on the mattress.
Right.
Yep.
Nah, it's like a medium. It's medium. It ain't thick. It
is
thin.
not.
It's
Y'all,
medium.
that pillow is like this.
Oh, you sleeping on a brick?
Right. That pillow look like this.
Damn.
Boy, you sleeping on compressed cotton.
Right.
So that's how my pillow is.
But why?
Is it
When I put his pillow in the pillowcase, it's a whole bunch of pillowcases.
It's time for a new pillow.
I be trying to give him a new one. He go right back. He be searching for that pillow. He like, hold on, where my pillow? And it's this thin.
I love that pillow, bro.
Why?
It's not
No way.
I love that pillow, bro. Cause I can't sleep with my head up. It just ain't comfortable for me.
I'm
bro.
trying to tell you about body position when you sleep. The sleep posture is important.
It ain't comfortable for me.
God bless your neck. Couldn't do it. Cause that ain't no way.
She said one flat one.
That can't be fun.
She said it's a whole bunch of pillowcases. Bro got a sack.
Potato sack.
Oh man, boy, you crazy. What'd you do? Fold it up?
That's how I have to do the
I ain't gotta
pillowcase.
fold-
I have to
He
fold
just
it around
I
it.
just sleep flat on it. Yeah.
I wrap his pillow in the pillowcase.
I sleep flat on it, man. She exaggerating, bro. It ain't that thin.
When I come on his side, I gotta bring my pillows with me.
It ain't that thin, bro.
Dang.
It ain't that thin. She sleep about 5 pillows, bro.
Is that because I know sleep posture is important? Spinal alignment.
Why your spinal it aligned and you damn sleeping at a 90-degree angle?
I don't sleep like that. 90-degree angle. I'm telling you, sleep posture is important. If you are a side sleeper, it's a way you're supposed to have your pillow under. There's a way that you're supposed to have the pillow under your head, under your arm position. I'm telling y'all, I know what I'm talking about.
You sleep on your side.
No, he sleep on his
Nah, I
stomach.
sleep on
You
y'all.
sleep on your stomach.
sleep on my
Oh, that's
stomach.
why I don't matter.
Right. I don't know how people sleep on their
I
stomachs.
know.
He got back problems too. I tell him when you sleep on your stomach, it's the way you gotta have your pillows positioned in.
Oh man,
But well, this been fun.
boy, you crazy.
We ain't gotta do that one.
A lot of pillowcase little.
We got one more topic before we leave.
Okay, so you know how everybody say marriage brings out the best in you, right? Yeah.
The best of it.
Yes, Lord. But do you also feel like marriage can bring out the worst in you?
I think it can. I think it just really depends on. I don't know, but I think it can.
I do too. I think, but it's a good thing. I mean, I think it could be a good thing, because I think you learn more about like your temperament, patience. I know I could get really, really frustrated really quick. So it did. It brought out some things about myself that I did not realize was in me. What about you? Bring out the best, and can it bring out the worst?
It can. I think it can.
Did it do? What about for you?
No, not really. It didn't bring out the worst of me.
He lied. What about you, Chris?
I mean, overall, I don't think it. I mean, in certain situations, it may bring out something in you, but overall, it didn't. I don't think so.
Break it off.
Not for me.
I don't think it brought out the worst in me. I guess my viewpoint on it is a little bit different from yours.
What you mean?
Because I feel like the example you used is like, that's just a way of showing like, okay, maybe you need patience and you need to, you know. I looked at it as if like, as far as like bringing out the worst, I'm thinking like,
became a bad person kind of thing.
yes.
Oh,
that's how I was looking at it. Oh, but I'm thinking like, how I'm looking at it is like, well, yeah, it can bring out the worst if you like with the wrong person type. Like
Okay, I get what
you
you're
get what I'm saying.
saying.
So
Yeah,
I was
right.
looking at it differently.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You more mean little traits that you can work
Like
on.
like so for me it brought out things that I did not bad things that I didn't know about
Right,
myself. Like
right.
I can really, you know, my mouth can be really slick. I didn't realize my mouth
Well, I
was
don't know
that-
why I don't know why it took you to get married to realize that.
because my mouth was not as slick, bro.
It wasn't
No,
slick as oil. It's still slick.
it's not.
It's not.
No.
Oh. Well,
But yeah, like
whoever out there talks to her that don't get a slick mouth, let me know. But as far as with me, it's pretty slick.
well, that's the thing. Like my friendship sometimes with you brings out the worst in me. All right.
Damn,
but-
I bring out the worst. Wow. Shit. That's a whole lot right there.
Yeah, Crystal, you know what I mean. Don't he do it? Don't okay.
Tell
She
the
knows.
truth. Shame the devil.
So he looking at you. What about you, Bree?
I think with everybody, marriage teaches you something about yourself. So I feel like in any relationship, you're gonna learn something about yourself that you kind of need to reflect on and get better at. But yeah.
You always gonna have something to work on.
Yeah.
Always can find something.
So what's something everybody been working on?
Oh Lord.
I've said this on the episode: less shopping, more saving, and working towards a future with saving money.
Amen.
Yes. So, how about you, Bree?
I guess as of late, not getting frustrated with my husband. Mouth.
That's a good one.
That's so sweet. Next.
Having more patience, and letting him take the lead in certain things. I do. I really have. I've been letting him flow. I've been letting him do
So
his
should
thing.
he take the lead in everything or just some things?
No, I think he
She
should
just
take the
told
lead
you.
in everything. I think he should take the lead in everything. Well, in most things, you know what I'm saying? The things that he's supposed to, so I've been, falling back, letting him do his thing. I mean, sometimes I've been like, I had to catch myself just like the other day. I was like, what are you doing? We're supposed to do that together. So I had to go and apologize. So I'm, working on letting him take the lead. What about you?
I've been working on, and I appreciate you for giving me the little shout out the other day too, thanking me. I just been working on letting her be emotional, like, because usually when she get upset or get frustrated or get mad, that upsets me and I get frustrated and I get mad. So I just been learning to allow her to be emotional, like let her share her feelings without me getting in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? So
That's good.
I've been working on that lately.
Dope.
She'll take you there.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris?
For me, man, just working on patience. Not necessarily with her, but with me. Just patience with myself. And also just you can get too comfortable, get caught up in being comfortable and just trying to, excuse me, just keep the communication live, fresh, you know what I'm saying, and practicing that. But mainly focusing on leading my household spiritually. That's what I'm really focused on right now.
Yeah. You gonna wrap us up, Walter?
What have I been working on?
Sounds like it's a list. Tell us more.
It ain't no list. That girl thinks she perfect.
I was gonna say, well, I just finished my finals. What you saying now?
She kept it. She kept it 1,000. That's why she ain't gonna tell you where she been working on.
I thought you said like your reactions to people sometimes.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? I did. I'm learning. Well, I'm working on keeping my mouth closed a lot more because, I can be a bit much at times. But I'm learning to just, keep my mouth closed. So sometimes if I look at you and I got a crazy look on my face, just know that that's me keeping my mouth closed.
Woosah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Good.
All right, moving on. We're gonna wrap this on up. Yeah, he started off, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We want to thank y'all for listening to this free ball open episode. We hope you like it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember,
The wedding is only the beginning.